Hello again, students, and welcome to another lesson using Autodesk Inventor Professional 2022 on the server. If you've been assigned this particular assignment, I want you to go to your appropriate Google Classroom, just as I'm doing. You find the assignment in your Google Classroom called Playground Wall Climb. Open it up, open the instructions, find the Cameo link, which navigates you to the Autodesk Inventor interface. If it's working, you'll see preparing, you'll see connecting, and you know you're on the right track. In the meantime, you can always go to the Playground Wall Climb assignment, open up the Wall Climb PDF. You can enlarge it so you can see the dimensions using this plus sign, zoom in, and note that the width of the wall is 72 inches and the height is 123 inches. And here you have a cutout, which is 36 inches wide, 27 inches high, and it's 18 inches left, and it'll be 18 inches right. And you'll extrude 3 inches. The wall is 3 inches thick. Knowing all that, return to your interface, select Start Working. Remember, it'll expose this inner window that you don't necessarily need. You want to click the X, exposing the gray screen, start a new standard IPT, and then create. You're looking for the browser to show up on the left. And there it is. Once everything is fully loaded, you'll see this interior work area. You'll start a 2D sketch. Remember, always on the XY plane to start. Here's your x-axis, here's your y-axis. In this case, I probably want to zoom out 3 or maybe 5 clicks so I can make a rectangle here. And hopefully, once I've established a rectangle, I take my hands off the mouse, I type 72, as you see on the bottom, that's the first dimension, hit the tab key, and then type 123 for the height, enter. And at this point, you know how you have your finger by the escape key, just to hit escape 2 or 3 times. You want to grab whichever line is appropriate so that you can pull your rectangle and center it roughly with the origin in the middle. Now you're going to start another rectangle sketch at the top. Make sure you're selecting it right on the line. And as you're drawing this down and to the right, you want to type in 36, tab 27, enter. At this point, use the dimension tool, select your left edge and the left edge of your cutout, click, drag it up, and then you want to select the dimension, click, and just type in 18 there. You can hit the checkbox or you can hit enter, and it'll center it for you. Now, one thing I'd like to do is get rid of this line here. I know I'll have a problem with the dimensions. The computer has somewhat of a bug in it, and it won't allow you to delete the line if it's got a dimension on it. So I have to right-click on the dimension, delete. I recommend just deleting them all. You know they're correct. So delete them. Now you go to the trim tool. Trim. You see little scissors, trim, and then you're going to hit this line once, maybe twice, and it's gone. Finish sketch. Remember, zoom out with your mouse wheel, and then use the extrude tool. And as you can see, it says distance A is 1 inch, but you want to change it to 3. Click OK. And now I'm going to show you how to put holes another way using the point tool. So I start a 2D sketch on the face of my wall, and I go to the point tool, and wherever I put this point, that's like a drill point where it'll place a hole when I use the hole tool. So I'm going to select the point, and then think about where the pegs on this climbing wall are going to be. Sometimes I like to use more or less a crossing X here so that the kid has a way to climb up and he'll get through this opening when he gets to the top. Now, don't put too many holes. It'll be overwhelming. Just go with maybe 10 to 12, maybe 15 at the most. Once you've drawn your points, you finish sketch, you'll see a hole tool appear. Select the hole tool, and when you see the pop-up, this is the diameter of the hole. In the case of the playground specification sheet, it shows the hole should be 1.75 inches in diameter and 0.25 inches in depth. That's only a 1/4 inch deep, 1.75 inches in diameter. So I return to professional. I make sure that this says 1.75. That's my diameter, 1.75. And as you can see, all of the places where I put a point now have holes appearing. And if you go with the termination, you'll select the first option, distance, click, and you should get an option to put the depth. Here it shows the depth. So I want to change 1 inch, which is the default. I want to enter point with a 0.25. Click OK. And I believe, I'm going to double check that. Yes, it should be 1.75 inches in diameter and 0.25 inches in depth. So it's okay. Now, there's nothing more to do but color it. Go to the default materials drop-down list. In this case, maybe a yellow. So let's see if there's a yellow I can use. Smooth yellow or something. Smooth yellow would be fine. It's a primary color. File, save as, rename it to wall climb. WALL capital CLIM. And it's a part, it'll be saving into your playground folder. If not, you'll navigate to this folder that says, with a green arrow that says up 1 level. You're going to find the G drive, you're going to find the playground folder, and then you're going to save wall climb into that folder. Save. And the final step then will be to select File, Export, Image. Make sure it's not a bitmap, but it's a PNG, wall climb PNG. Save it. That image should be in your recents folder, and that's the one you'll want to turn in for assignment credit. Good luck.